In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on October 19, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Georgia versus Texas. The number 5 Georgia Bulldogs, currently boasting a record of 5-1 and standing 4th in the Southeastern Conference, are set to travel to Clemson, South Carolina. They will face off against the number 1 Texas Longhorns, who have a record of 4-1 and hold a 1-1 position within the Southeastern Conference. This highly anticipated conference matchup will take place on Saturday evening at the iconic Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium. The Bulldogs are eager to build on their recent impressive performance, where they delivered a resounding 52-6 victory over the Purdue Boilermakers at home just last week. On the other side, the Longhorns will be looking to recover from their recent 21-7 loss to the number 9 Penn State Nittany Lions, which took place 2 weeks ago on the road. In their last encounter, held on New Year's Day in 2019 during the All-State Sugar Bowl, the Longhorns edged out the Bulldogs with a close 28-21 victory. Recently, the Bulldogs have struggled significantly against the spread, especially when playing away from their home turf. They have suffered 4 consecutive losses in regular season games on the road, dating back to the previous season. In fact, Georgia has been unable to cover the spread in any of their road games during the 2024 season, including a close 41-34 defeat to Alabama 2 weeks ago. Alarmingly, the Bulldogs' offense has been limited to 12 points or fewer in 2 of their 3 games played away from home this season. Although these 2 teams do not meet often, it is worth noting that the Longhorns secured victory in their last matchup in 2018. In stark contrast to Georgia's struggles, Texas has been a strong performer against the spread in 2024, winning 5 out of their 6 games overall and 3 of 4 when playing in front of their home fans. Their dynamic offense has consistently exceeded 35 points in all 4 home games, with 2 of those games resulting in scores of over 51 points. On the defensive side of the ball, Texas holds a significant advantage, ranking 1st in the nation with an impressive average of only 6 points allowed per game, compared to Georgia's middling defensive rankings. The Texas Longhorns have showcased remarkable strength, fielding 2 future NFL quarterbacks, boasting the best defense in the country, and defeating every opponent by a margin of at least 19 points. It is essential to highlight that this success is not merely a result of an easy schedule. Texas has proven its mettle by traveling to the Big House to defeat number 10 Michigan and by dominating number 18 Oklahoma at a neutral site during the Red River rivalry. In contrast, Georgia seems to be experiencing a decline in the elite talent they have traditionally possessed. Recent mock drafts from CBS Sports featured only one Georgia Bulldog, edge rusher Michael Williams, in the top 25, while Texas had 4 players listed in that elite group: quarterback Quinn Ewers, offensive tackle Kelvin Banks Jr., wide receiver Isaiah Bond, and offensive tackle Cameron Williams. While Georgia's standout prospect is an edge rusher, Texas boasts 2 offensive tackles likely to be selected in the 1st round, providing protection for Ewers. Additionally, Carson Beck's performance has raised doubts about his 1st-round potential, as demonstrated by Georgia's lackluster 10-point victory over Mississippi State, where they were favored by 34.5 points. With these factors indicating potential vulnerabilities in Georgia's game, it is reasonable to predict that Texas will secure a win in this highly competitive top 5 matchup at home. Consequently, the Texas Longhorns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Looking at the point spread, the Bulldogs have managed to exceed expectations in 2 out of their last 3 games played away from home, dating back to the 2023 season. They notably scored a total of 75 points during their matchup against Alabama 2 weeks ago. On the flip side, the Longhorns have also demonstrated their offensive prowess, surpassing the 50-point mark in 3 3 of their 4 home games this season. In their most recent game at Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, Texas put up 35 points against Mississippi State. Furthermore, they have exceeded the total point projections in 6 of their last 7 home games. Both teams rank favorably in various offensive categories, with the Longhorns being recognized as one of the top 10 teams in average yards gained per game. This capability suggests that both teams are equipped to score quickly and efficiently. Additionally, Texas features one of the nation's leading passing attacks, currently ranked 11th in average passing yards. Throughout their games in 2024, Texas has consistently scored 31 points or more, signaling a strong offensive performance. Given these factors, all indications point toward a potentially high-scoring game in Texas on Saturday evening. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. UCF versus Iowa State. The Iowa State Cyclones are set to host the UCF Knights this Saturday at Jack Trice Stadium, marking the inaugural Big 12 showdown between these two teams. As the Knights arrive with a 3-3 record, they are focused on securing 3 more victories to become bowl eligible. Meanwhile, the Cyclones are enjoying a remarkable 6-0 start to their season, which has elevated their aspirations toward competing for the Big 12 title. This matchup is particularly noteworthy as it is the first time these two programs will face each other. Fans are eager to tune in and witness how this game could impact the Big 12 standings and alter the dynamics of the conference. Iowa State has been performing exceptionally well this season, establishing themselves as one of the top contenders in the Big 12. With a perfect 6-0 record, they recently secured a challenging road victory against Morgantown. In stark contrast, UCF finds itself in turmoil, currently mired in a 3-game losing streak as they head to Ames, a venue known for its difficulty in college football, despite being somewhat underrated. This situation presents a daunting challenge for the Knights, who might face a tough battle against a formidable opponent. Given the current trajectory of both teams, it seems likely that UCF will struggle significantly in this matchup. UCF head coach Gus Malzahn had high expectations for his team this year, anticipating a strong run as a Big 12 contender. However, the reality has been far from that expectation. Recently, the Knights made the decision to bench former Arkansas quarterback KJ Jefferson in favor of a freshman, who quickly faltered, leading to a switch to a third quarterback after just 4 attempts. Facing Iowa State's 15th-ranked defense on the road, this instability at the quarterback position poses a significant challenge. Iowa State, on the other hand, is firing on all cylinders. Sophomore quarterback Rocco Becht is having an outstanding season, and with UCF's ineffective pass rush, he is unlikely to face much pressure. Coupled with a strong defense backing him up, Becht won't need to score excessively to cover the spread. Overall, it appears that Iowa State is the superior team in this matchup, playing at home against a UCF squad that seems to have lost its way. Therefore, the Iowa State Cyclones to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The University of Central Florida has seen its scoring totals decline recently, going under the total in their last 2 games after starting the season with 4 consecutive overs. The betting line for this game is set at 49.5, reflecting adjustments made in response to UCF's faltering offense, which has only managed 13 points in each of their past 2 outings. This total marks the lowest of the season for the Knights and is also below their average from the previous season. On the defensive side, Iowa State has a reputation for being a strong unit. However, UCF's defense has shown its own merits, allowing an average of 24 points per game. The Knights were able to restrict high-scoring teams like the Bearcats to just 19 points last week and held Florida to 24 points the week before. UCF is likely to emphasize its running game, which will help shorten the game clock. They rank 3rd in the nation with an average of 48.2 rushing attempts per game, effectively controlling the pace of the game. While the book was right to lower the total, it may not have gone low enough given that both teams have shown the ability to score, averaging a combined total of 61 points. UCF has faced challenges in moving the ball through the air, and a focus on their ground game could improve their chances of success on the road. Iowa State, while also possessing a balanced offensive attack between the run and pass, tends to adopt a slower pace and isn't in a hurry to score points. Their elite defensive unit will likely play a crucial role in limiting UCF's scoring opportunities. With the underhitting in UCF's last 2 games and also in Iowa State's most recent outing, these trends suggest a continuation of low scoring in this matchup. Both teams favor a run-heavy approach, which typically leads to lower scoring games. As a result, under the projected total is our full game total pick. SMU versus Stanford. This Saturday night, a thrilling clash of New Atlantic Coast Conference programs is set to unfold on the gridiron as two teams vie to ascend the standings. The number 21 SMU Mustangs are heading out to California to take on the Stanford Cardinal in what promises to be an exciting matchup. SMU enters this game following a bye week, coming off a notable road victory against number 22 Louisville, where they triumphed 34-27 on October 5th. The Mustangs managed to win outright as 6.5-point underdogs, showcasing their resilience. In stark contrast, Stanford experienced a tough outing last Saturday, suffering a lopsided 49-7 defeat at the hands of number 11 Notre Dame, failing to cover the spread as 22.5-point underdogs. The history between these two teams is brief, with Stanford claiming victory in their only prior encounter, a hard-fought 7-0 game played in the Rose Bowl back on January 1, 1936. SMU's rushing offense is not just good, it ranks among the best in the nation. The Mustangs have begun to hit their stride, demonstrating their capabilities with significant victories over notable opponents, including Florida State, TCU, and most recently Louisville. They proved their mettle by leveraging both their defense and explosive plays in the second half of that contest. As they prepare to face Stanford, a new opponent, the Mustangs are well equipped to navigate this challenge effectively. Their confidence is bolstered by their recent successes, and they seem poised to continue their winning ways against the struggling Cardinal. In stark contrast, Stanford has struggled significantly this season, particularly in their last 3 games, where they have faced overwhelming defeats against teams like Clemson, Virginia Tech, and Notre Dame. The Cardinals' offense has been virtually non-existent, with their passing attack showing little to no effectiveness, while their rushing game has also failed to make an impact. Given SMU's robust rushing defense, ranked 16th in the nation, it seems highly unlikely that Stanford will be able to put up many points in this matchup. The Cardinal will need to find a way to generate offense if they hope to stay competitive. As the season progresses, it's evident that these two teams are moving in opposite directions. SMU is on a roll, having secured 3 consecutive wins, while Stanford has stumbled with 3 straight losses. The Mustangs have enjoyed a 2-week preparation period leading into this game, giving them an edge against a Stanford team that is struggling on both sides of the ball. During this losing streak, Stanford has been outscored by a staggering 120-28, with each loss coming by at least 24 points. The Cardinals simply lacks the offensive firepower needed to keep pace with SMU, especially in front of their home crowd. The SMU Mustangs clearly stand out as the superior team in this matchup, and they have consistently demonstrated their ability to secure wins on the road, boasting a remarkable streak of 7 consecutive victories away from home. On the other hand, the Stanford Cardinal have struggled to cover the spread in their recent games, with a dismal record of 4-9 against the spread in their last 13 outings as a double-digit underdog. This season, they have faced the challenge of being double-digit underdogs twice, losing both contests by an average margin of 34 points. Meanwhile, SMU's offensive unit continues to sharpen its performance, successfully covering the spread in their last 3 games. While the point spread is considerable, SMU is well positioned to handle it with relative ease. Given the current trajectory of both teams, the SMU Mustangs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. When it comes to scoring, SMU has seen the total go over in 4 of their 6 games this season. On the road, they have split their 2 contests. They exceeded the total in their victory over Louisville, which featured 61 combined points against a projected number of 53. However, they stayed under in their season opener against Nevada, where the 2 teams combined for only 53 points against a total of 55.5. In contrast, Stanford has experienced a different trend, with the under hitting in 4 of their 6 games this season. The Cardinal had 4 consecutive unders before their recent matchup against Notre Dame, and they have managed to stay under the total in 2 of their 3 home games this year. They exceeded the total only in a loss to TCU, where 61 points were scored against a line of 59, while they stayed under in their win over Cal Poly and in a loss to Virginia Tech. The under is 3-1 in games where the total has been set at 50 points or more for Stanford. Additionally, it is 2-1 in games where SMU has been favored by double digits. Over their last 5 games, Stanford has gone under the total 4 times, highlighting their struggle to generate offense. They have scored a mere 28 points combined in their last 3 games, indicating that they are unlikely to put up many points in this upcoming contest. While SMU is capable of scoring, they may not be able to do so at an extraordinary rate on their own. In conclusion, given Stanford's offensive shortcomings and reflecting the Cardinals' offensive struggles and the uncertainty of whether they can contribute significantly to the scoreline, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.